this session we're going to talk about the importance of segmentation. Market segmentation is the process of dividing a market into smaller groups of customers. It does this because not all customers have the same needs and wants, and organizations need to adapt in order to meet different needs. So it divides up the customers into groups divided on the basis of similar characteristics or behavior. Now those similar characteristics or behavior constitutes the segmentation, the basis of the segmentation. So what it is it's dividing up the market into, if you like, sub-markets based on particular characteristics. These segments contain customers with certain requirements, and this means that marketing can be more focused on them, and there are many other benefits that flow from this as well, both for the customer and for the business. And this is really what we're going to discuss in this session. So segmentation, to be more, it more effectively meets customers' needs. Customer needs differ. So just looking at the overall market, there may be a whole range of customers' needs within that market. So by carving out segments based on perhaps demographic characteristics or gender or on some basis of segmentation, and that's the subject of a different video, but by working out the basis of the segmentation, customer needs are able to be addressed more effectively. The marketing is more focused and aimed at customer needs within the segment, so the customer feels that the product is aimed at them. It's not just a generic product put on the market. This is aimed specifically at the requirements of that segment. Now this means that business profit may increase. Different segments react to pricing in different ways due to affordability. So there may be segments that are quite affluent and segments that are not so affluent. Perhaps the ones that are more affluent, there may be an opportunity for the business to charge a little more. And even if it doesn't, if it's not based on price, simply selling more as a consequence of the segmentation will generate more revenue anyway, so which should be more profitable. Organizations can price according to different segments, in effect increasing prices to make a profit. Okay, but as I said also, it may also be more profitable because simply there are more sales, because the product is more targeted at the customer, and therefore the customer buys more of the product. There may be better growth prospects as a consequence of market segmentation. Understanding market segmentation allows organizations to increase sales. Well, presumably that's the raison d'etre of the activity in the first place. That's why it happened. So segmentation is to isolate out the characteristics of the segment and target those so the customer needs within the segment are met. Thereby, customers like the product, they buy more of the product, there are more sales, and hence more growth. There could be lower prices as a consequence of all of this, because it may be the case that the business has capital equipment which is underutilized. Now, an extension in sales will bring that capital equipment into play, will bring it into have it utilized, which means that it may be the case that prices could be reduced. Certainly costs may be reduced. As to whether the company chooses to lower its price or take the extra profit, that's a corporate decision. But segmentation allows the business to enter new markets and introduce new products. It gives it more flexibility. it enables it to have a position in markets more effectively than perhaps it had before, and to vary the product and test the product on a limited scale to see what its reception is, and if it's successful, perhaps introduce it on a wider scale. So there are options available, growth options available to the business. It could be that market segmentation helps to retain customers. Because customers' preferences change over their life cycle, the company should adjust to this effectively. So by providing products that meet customer needs more effectively, customers will be loyal to the product. The product meets their requirements, and therefore they will be loyal to the product. They will retain that loyalty over a longer period. This doesn't mean that the business can become complacent and the marketing professionals can sit back and relax. It's a constant effort to ensure that the customers are aware that the business is trying to satisfy their needs, and the business is working towards a long-term presence in their market with a product which is innovative, it is targeted at them, and it is acceptable as a product within their shopping basket. It's one that they want to purchase. There may be better focus on marketing communications. It allows organizations to use effective media channels to reach specific target audiences. Now, marketing communications is the way in which the business communicates its message widely to the customers within the segment, to customers who are perhaps not even customers yet, potential customers, but it also communicates to rivals. It's the whole communication process, maybe how it presents itself. Now, it allows organizations to use effective media channels because it is targeted. So the requirements may be different. So if it operated in the whole market, then a lot of the promotional activity may be wasted because different segments may not be interested. By focusing in on a segment, one particular segment, then the marketing channels within that segment may be tapped into. It may be local media, local press. So it's not the wider press and the wider media, it's the local one. So it's much more specific and hence much more successful perhaps in delivering its message. Now, the idea behind segmentation is to obtain a stake in the market segment, to identify the market segment, to calculate if it's worth pursuing, and then devising a strategy to pursue it, if it is. Now, this may lead to higher profits, not necessarily maximum profits, but it may help to increase profits. Maybe that's a better way of putting it than to maximize. So it increases profits through production and marketing because it has opened up a new segment, and all of the potential of that segment is brought to bear. It does enable organizations to compete with each other. It may be the case that within the segment there are existing producers. So simply, as I said before, simply identifying a segment doesn't mean that the company has identified a potential monopoly position. So maybe the marketing strategy will have to be tweaked so as to address local needs, local requirements, and the competition is fought out locally rather than nationally. That's the importance of market segmentation, and this is the reason why segmentation may take place. And that's all I need to say in this session, so thank you for watching.